Hello ladies and gentlemen, subscribe Astro Sundar and press the bell icon. Today we are going to see Meena Lagna, Pisces Ascendant, all planet indifferent house. First house, Sun. First house, gain through trade and profession, through relations and friends. Not a favorite of his superiors, loss of ancestral property, the average span of life, weak and afflicted health, sickness through irregularity, fond of pets, and gives troubles and loss through servants and small animals, etc. Moon. First house, Trikona Lord in Lagna will indicate a native of middle stature and fair complexion, average span of life, good and lucky children, bestows wealth, a propensity to pleasure through children, speculations, gaming, etc. Many love affairs. When weak or afflicted, loss of money, wealth, unlucky and loss of children, fewer comforts from the parental property, etc. Mars. First house, money comes readily, skilled, learned, intelligent and wealthy, respected and careful for his respect, of impulsive temperament, fond of travels, long journey, learning, wisdom, prudence, fortunate with stranger and foreigners, wife's relations and voyages, interest in science, invention, law, political economy and philosophy, avoidant relationships with opposite sex, lawsuits for a property, hard-hearted and worried, inclined towards vice acts. But when Mars is weak, and afflicted, obstacles and difficulties through money, which will be hard to accumulate, loss through gut, unlucky through family and loss of money through the father. Mercury. First house, fortunate inheritance, respected, intelligent, skilled but of weak constitution. Medium age, many women in relations, religious, gain through land, conveyance, and property, interest in domestic science, benefit and gain through unions, partnership, love of women, a connection with the processes of law. When weak or afflicted, or combust indicates malefic for family and conveyance, unsuccessful hopes, worried and unreligious, etc. Jupiter. First house, lucky, intelligent, famous, respected, a native of power, rank, and authority, blessed with property, generous, victory over enemies, a long fortunate life, good health, harmony and triumph over difficulties, honor through merits and industry, gain through govs and superiors, fair complexion and handsome, a comfortable if lucky life. When Jupiter is weak or afflicted, then it will give displeasure of officers, loss from gut, and health and of wealth, etc. and reverse results. Venus. First house, accumulation of wealth and gain through a wealth of others, handsome, wealthy, lucky and a man of good authority, fond of opposite sex, victory over enemies, pleasurable life, extravagant and concern with affairs of brothers and neighbors, writing, learning and accomplishment and gain through them, legacies and money through affairs of a dead. When afflicted, death by irregularity and losses through above. Saturn. First house, happy married life and through children, generous and charitable, a businessman and gain through the same, success in worldly affairs, real friends and supporters and gain through them, victory over enemies and obstacles, fortunate actions, successful hopes, occult experiences and interest in that. When afflicted or weak indicates ugly face and dark complexion, an ancestral property will be destroyed, gloomy and adulterous, worried up to middle age, a danger of imprisonment, heavy troubles, and secret sorrows, etc. Rahu. First house, bestows honors, wealth, favor through religious, educational or scientific affairs, adds power to personality, and gives an opportunity for self-expressions. But the native is inclined to malicious sex acts, amorous and fond of the company of women. Key to first house, tribulations, loss, and scandals, endangers face and eyes, not conducive to longevity, devoid of happiness, avaricious, industrious, voluptuous and worried, impaired domestic happiness. Second house, Sun. Second house, gain, and money through service, employees and small animals, eye diseases, troubled and diseased father, losses and limitations financially through sickness, servants, and animals, loss of ancestral money, troubles through rash temperament and rash actions, if afflicted, troubles, worries, and losses, etc. Moon. Second house, gain through investment, pleasure, and children. Lucky children and gain through speculations. Average finances, knowledge of different languages. Worried and of weak constitution. Watery eyes. If moon is weak, or afflicted, losses through above and adverse results. Mars 2nd house, bold and courageous, rash temperament, lucky and wealthy in middle age. Money through personal ingenuity and industry, through merchants, foreign trade, sea, science, learning, publications, travel, invention or banking. When weak and afflicted, losses, through troubles and above matters. Mercury 2nd house, the gain in business, sweet speech, learned and of sanguine nature. Gain by marriage deals in land, property and by the estate or condition of parents. If combust and afflicted, indicates defective eyesight, loss of money through unions, partnership, contracts, lawsuits, public enemies, loss through women, the death of a partner and public enemies, and may stammer in his speech. Jupiter 2nd house, gain through hard work and industrious activity, trade, profession or government office. The good orator and truthful will hate vice acts. Early life will be unhappy, but the latter part of the life will be happy and blessed with wealth. If afflicted, reverse results. Venus 2nd house, knowledge of many languages. Money through educational affairs, short journeys, writing, music, etc. Gain through others' money. Fortunate in realizing debts and gain from the dead. If afflicted and weak, then trouble and losses through above. Troubles over money matters with relatives. Saturn 2nd house, gain through occult and secrecy. Large animals, gain and profit in business and money through friends and acquaintances. Through legislative interest or development of his own creation. If afflicted, then eye trouble, loss of wealth, poor, change of religion and loss through enemies, and generally unfortunate conditions. Rahu 2nd house, position for fortunate heredity or gain by legacy and gifts. Science, learning, increase the possessions, removes want and bestows affluence. The native becomes untruthful, insincere and talkative. Opposes others. He may apprehend danger or assault from enemies. Period of early life will be unhappy. Key to 2nd house, misfortune in finances, indebtedness, loss, and damage to property. Sorrows, fear, and worries, loss through gut, and relations. Mouth disease. 3rd house. Sun 3rd house. Sun, the lord of the 6th house, when positioned in 3rd house, indicates respect, famous, bold and interest in studies. Grief and sickness of brothers, a likelihood of mental trouble when sick. May remain under some control, and later on will act independently. Moon 3rd house. Pleasure through children and relatives. Liking for travel, sports, drama, and adventure. Comfortable and respected. Changeable professions. Skilled. Fond of opposite sex. More sisters than brothers. Comfortable and happy life in middle age. If weak or afflicted, reverse results. Mars 3rd house, gain through education, writings, brothers and short journeys, learnings, accomplishments, and progress through research, travel, investigation, exploration, travel, or writings. Late marriage, and that too with difficulty. Many travels, removals on account of belief and convictions. Mercury 3rd house, intelligent weak body, many brothers, maybe an artist, comforts of life, legal or religious disputes, troubles on short journeys, difficulty through writings and contracts. Gain through brothers. If afflicted or combust, then enmity with brothers and other reverse results. Jupiter 3rd house, religious lucky wife, gain in honor and advancement through wife, respected among friends, relations, and neighbors. Honors through short journeys, writings, accomplishment, business trips and government, commissions. Mental development, good relation with brothers. If afflicted, restricted development or education, trouble through some relatives, journeys, and writings, etc. Venus 3rd house, benefits through learnings, short journeys, and brothers. Licentious, blessed with the property, a pleasurable and comfortable life. Gain through business due to one's intelligence and dignity. Psychic and mysterious experiences. When afflicted, a death of brothers, a danger of death on short journeys. Saturn 3rd house, friendship with relatives and neighbors, friends through writings and journeys. Occult learnings. When afflicted, disappointments, sorrows, and troubles through relatives, friends, and neighbors. Trouble in some short journeys. Coward, flatterer, late marriage. Few brothers, in middle age, becomes poor and worried. Rahu, third house. Rahu adds quality to the mentally and conduces to interest to spiritual or educational matters. Gain through brothers, neighbors and journeys, writings or publishing. Fixity of purpose, proud and courageous. Intelligent, optimistic, and valorous. Profitable business. Long-lived and attains good fortune. Key to third house. Mental anxiety, troubles with brothers and neighbors, unprofitable journeys. The native will be intelligent, courageous, destroyer or enemies, and good for finances. Loss of brothers is indicated. Long life but injury and wound to the arm is indicated. Fourth house. Sun, fourth house journeys, respected and famous. Careful for his respect. Will remain separated from his family due to his profession. The sickness of a mother, troublesome home or domestic affairs and through servants. Fewer comforts from home. Troubles through enemies. Moon, fourth house. In the latter part of life, gain through parents, property, and land. Love of home. The native's children will be benefited through his grandfather. When weak and afflicted, reverse results and weak constitution, devoid from the comforts of parents. Mars, fourth house. Blessed with property and house. Wealthy, respected minds. Gain through parents, household, goods, land, or mines. Gain through partners' relations. Journeys home to die. Travel on account of family affairs or wife's mother. When afflicted, no gain and worries. Many enemies, disrepute in middle age, etc. Mercury, fourth house. The gain of property through old people and father. Benefits and profits in birthplace. Property by marriage, long-lived. Mother will be blessed with long life. A good and happy life. Intelligent, skilled, religious and owner of good houses. If combust or afflicted, litigations over property, robbery of household goods, loss through storms, etc. Jupiter, fourth house. Comforts from the conveyance. Intelligent, learned and with successful hopes and wishes. Lucky sisters, blessed with a property. Lucky and comfortable life. Gain through lands, mines, inheritance. Success late in life. Occult investigations. Honor through parents. Interest in reclamation, colonization, cooperative movements, horticulture, and mining, etc. If afflicted, reverse results. Venus, fourth house. Comforts through comfortable conveyance, traveling and writing in connection with home affairs and property. Gain through dead and death of parents. Licentious and amorous relations with women. The owner of buildings and property. If afflicted, grief through children, troubles from enemies and loss of ancestral property, etc. Saturn, fourth house. Inheritance through friends. Fortunate in a property. Love for a father. Loss of property. Secret sufferings, restrictions, and limitations at end of life. Diseased and worried mother. Death in relations, renunciation in middle life, and may set out on long journeys. Rahu, fourth house. Gain through a property in an unexpected manner. Fortunate in discovery and findings. Ancestry noble, long-lived and trustworthy. No happiness from brothers and sisters. Hard-hearted, deceptive and worried, and stomach disease. Also, denotes gain from gut. Key to fourth house. Waste of patrimony. Turmoils and family discord. Adverse for land, conveyance, mother, loss of parental property and malicious. If Ketu is well aspected, all matters relating to the fourth house are benefited. Fifth house. Sun, fifth house. Respected and judicious. Man of power and authority. Many enemies and opponents. Unsuccessful hopes. Worried through children. Loss of ancestral property. Careful for his respect. Sickly children and illness through overindulgence in pleasure and sports. Moon, fifth house. Much pleasure, love affairs. Gain through investments and speculations. Prosperous children and pleasure through them. Intelligent, learned and blessed with powers and authority. Wealthy, many daughters. If afflicted and weak, reverse results. Mars, fifth house. Gain by speculations, pleasure, and entertainment. Of conventional ideas. Free living, journeys due to children. Pleasurable journeys, take an interest in science, speculations, sports, voyages, air fights and foreign investments. If afflicted then reversal in professions, loss through above. Worried due to brothers, loss of property and grief through children. Mercury 5th house, learned and wise, gain through ancestral property. Religious preceptor, gain through speculations. Pleasure through wife, but troubles with children. If afflicted reverse results. Jupiter 5th house, learned and famous, gain of wealth and comforts through children. Careful for his respect, knowledge of astrology and a good orator, knowledge of many languages. Gain through speculations, pleasure, sports, and stage. If afflicted reverse results. Venus 5th house, pleasurable journeys, more daughters, relations with women and fond of music and dance, etc. Avaricious, respected and wealthy, mental pleasure through children, brother, reading, study, and travel to pleasure resorts. If afflicted unfortunate children or death of some, dangers through excessive pleasure, speculations, children and their affairs. Saturn 5th house much happiness and gain through children. A native of rank and power. Beneficial circumstances. Also secret sorrows and trouble through love and speculation. Proud, rash temperament, non-religious, disrespectful in old age. Worried due to death of children. Rahu 5th house, frees the native from many troubles, calamities, and danger. Favorable for children who are long-lived and fortunate. Gains through public employment and office, and is fond of social recreation, pleasure, and sports. Timid but hard-hearted. Stomach, abdomen, or belly diseases. For females troubles of a uterus. Sons late in life, and disturbed peace of mind. Key to 5th house, denial, or shortage of children. Little happiness as they will be a disobedient, excessive, or irregular pleasure, and will bring much harm. Evil nature, stomach disease. Influence of evil spirits. Good education, intelligent but worried. 6th house. Sun 6th house, good health, success in service and with employees, poultry, medicine or social service, victory over enemies, respected, will travel extensively, under debt, litigations, and lawsuits, worried. If afflicted service illness, loss, and difficulties in employment. Moon 6th house, money through careful speculation, or by children's earnings. Pleasure in hygienic methods through pets and hobbies. But when weak, or afflicted urinary diseases, loss of property, loss through thieves, diseased mother, worries from enemies and opponents. Mars 6th house many enemies and loss through them. Accusation, gain through inferiors, poultry, etc. Fond of animals, sickness through travel, difficulty through work in foreign lands or export work. Diseases of blood, worried, unhappy in middle age, a danger for disrepute and loss of property. Mercury 6th house, marriage below status, has sickly and evilly disposed wife. Skilled, troubles and worries in life. Gain through service etc. May build his own house. If combust or afflicted then loss through sickness, or servants and under debt. Are worried and poor in life. Jupiter 6th house, a good healer. Gain through clothing, employees and small animals, modest worldly position, gain, and honor through service, employment army or navy affairs. If afflicted by luminaries, much sickness, and short life. If by Mars, surgical operation, a gift through children, diseased and worried. Venus 6th house, grief due to wife, sudden self-death, many enemies. Many travels, difficulty through brothers, injury, or sickness through journeys. Saturn 6th house, friends among working persons, and in army, navy, or air service. Faithful servants, interest in social work. Limitations on account of sickness. If afflicted loss through above, loss through employees and enemies, ill-respected. May be imprisoned in middle part of life, litigations, diseased, unsuccessful hopes and underground activities. Rahu 6th house, valorous and long-lived, but oppressed by enemies, whereas he will overcome enemies, suffers from teeth ulcer, wounds and anal diseases. An early period of life unhappy. Faithful and honest. Gain through service, fortunate through father's kindred. Increases physical as well as mental stamina in the native will be victorious after struggle and stripes. Key to 6th house, suffers on account of various afflictions, loss through servants, many enemies but victorious over them, danger through reptiles or animals, iron teeth troubles, famous strong, fixity of purpose, good health, on the whole, much liked by his relatives, but uncordial relations with maternal uncles. 7th house, Sun 7th house, quarrels, or lawsuits with servants, difficulties with disreputed women and sickness, troubles with employees, wife will be of rash temperament and sickly, poor and under debt, unhappy in middle age, the latter part of life will be happy. Moon 7th house, pleasure, close associations or understanding with partner, but discord with children, a loss by theft, if afflicted or weak, troubles and loss through love affairs, delayed marriage, loss in partnerships, contracts etc. In the latter part of life, difficulties will be reduced, respect will increase and one will feel happy. Mars 7th house, rash temperament, many enemies, family discord, unhappy in early age, gain by marriage, contracts, lawsuits and dealing with women especially marriage to a stranger, of education opposed by relatives, if afflicted losses through above, public enemies through religious or scientific people, troubles and open enemies, competition, and theft. Mercury 7th house, property and gain through marriage, land, and women generally, success in lawsuits, marriage in the good family, a good wife, but likely to grow cold, or proves untrue or hostile, learned, intelligent, knowledge of the law, many journeys, cordial and good relations with wife, wealthy good profession, fewer results will be indicated. Jupiter 7th house, learned, intelligent and well respected, religious and will have many disciples, wealthy and blessed with all comforts, long lived, a good and chaste partner, in last part of life will become more wealthy, gain through partnerships with others, fond of opposite sex, gain through lawsuits, and dealing with the public, honors and reputation through honorable marriage and partnership in a responsible concern. If afflicted or combust reverse results will be indicated. Venus 7th house, a rich partner to whom wealth comes unexpectedly, marriage as a result of journeys or writings etc. If afflicted many worries, loss through robbery, a union will be unfortunate. After middle age blessed with wealth and comforts, faces reversals in life, the profession and medicines or explosive material. Saturn 7th house, a loving partner with desirable friendship and social connections, success in lawsuits, will hold power and authority, wife will be intelligent, learned and from an honorable family, unhappy after middle age, may be grieved through a death of the first wife, weak health, if afflicted, difficulty and loss through deceit and treachery concerning unions, partnerships, contracts and lawsuits, sickness, discord, and opposition of partner and troubles through women. Rahu 7th house, the native will be self-willed, proud and independent, reduces enemies, increases profits through dealings with others, and portends delight and gain through women. It is sure sign of wise and wealthy partner. He is clever, fickle-minded but in a male nativity adverse for virility, connections with women, impairs conjugal happiness, may lose money through contrast or liaison with women, conduct not commendable, no peace of mind. Key to 7th house troubles through enemies and opponents, troubled married life, destruction of enemies, aimless traveling, sickly wife and separation from wife, illicit relations with other women, avaricious and adulterous, worried and more expenditure, loss of vitality and fear from thieves and more expenditure, loss of vitality. 8th house, Sun 8th house, Sun is in debilitated sign of Libra in 8th house, and indicates dangerous illness, a death of servants, animals, poultry etc. Financial reward for faithful service, unlucky and worried life, loss through enemies, disrespect in middle of life, may face sudden death. Moon 8th house, unhappy and unlucky, sudden death, suffers through children, who may die before the native, loss through speculation or gaming, may leave his house, and reside somewhere else. Mars 8th house, death abroad, short life, many enemies, disrespected, gain by legacy and goods of the dead, or through the money of partner, preservation regarding religion, scientific or educational connections, also through publications. Gain by love, journeys concerning legacies or goods or dead. Psychic experiences. If afflicted, loss of legacy, money, etc. and reverse results. Mercury 8th house, incomplete education, gain by legacy, money, or property by marriage, a death of the partner. Some inheritance but difficulty over it. If afflicted or combust, loss of money through partnership and marriage. Short life may be the cause for the ruin of maternal uncles, etc. Jupiter 8th house, gain and honors in handling the estate and money of others, also through lawsuits, legacies, inheritance, insurance, etc. of dead persons. Occult experiences. Mediumistic. If afflicted, disappointment over legacy, troubles in financial matters. An aspect of Sun will shorten the life, otherwise average span of life. No gain from education. Venus 8th house, gain through the wife or ancestral property. The danger of drowning or wound on the body. Sickness and death of brothers. Troublesome journeys, false accusation. Gain by the dead. A comfortably fixed partner. Spiritualistic experiences. The middle part of, or life will be happy. Saturn 8th house, long-lived, many misfortunes, secret enemies who may die, troubles over inheritances, the death of friends, gift or legacies from friends, worried, unhappy, residence in foreign lands, loss of property, the gain of wealth and comfortable life. Rahu 8th house, promotes health and conducive to long life, gifts and legacies and gain by the dead, an evil position for mental aptitude and physical health. The native is dilatory in work, unholy acts inclined to much sexual activity. Wind, stomach, enlargement of glands, diseases are indicated. He has a few sons. He will earn fame, name, and respect, but his reputation is blemished. Mixed financial conditions. Oppressed by enemies. Key to 8th house, loss of goods by fraud, sudden or violent death affecting the longevity. Wounds, separation from dear ones, stomach troubles, opposition by enemies. The native has a desire for others' property and wives. If aspected by benefic wealth and long life and gain of money after obstruction. 9th house, Sun 9th house, bold and industrious, gain of wealth through hard work and industry. Respected and famous. Diseased health, unhappy and worries in middle of life. Sickness abroad or while traveling. Danger through overstudy. Work in connection with foreign affairs or universities. Moon 9th house, gain through an ancestral property. Dutiful and prosperous children, wealthy and comfortable. Pleasure in foreign lands. If weak or afflicted, death of children and losses through above. Mars 9th house, wealthy, bold and courageous. Gain by books, publications, and writings. Long journeys, export business, religion, science and wife's relations. Prophetic dreams, many fine qualities, splendid possibilities through cultural development. If afflicted, losses and reverse results. Mercury 9th house, a good advisor, disreputed, gain through science, religion, long journeys and wife's relations. Marriage to a stranger, gain from in-laws. Partner's journey to foreign lands. If weak or afflicted, loss in foreign countries and reverse results of the above. Jupiter 9th house, learned, rank in middle age, wealthy and will lead a religious life and good deeds. Honorable, voyages, professional journeys, gain, and honor through learnings, writings, publishing or research work. Psychic experience. Prophetic dreams, gain through parents' relations, science, long journeys, inventions, law, and matters of the higher mind. If afflicted, troubles with foreigners and in religious, legal, or educational affairs. Fruitless and dangerous voyages. Loss and troubles in a foreign land. Venus 9th house, long journeys, gain through science and publishing. Brothers are likely to go to foreign lands and marry. Adulterous, death in a distant land, a danger of death, while on the voyage and by drowning. The partner has trouble with relatives over many matters. Saturn 9th house, gain, and success through long journeys, respected by govt, and officers friendship through travel and learning. Friends among educated, ministers, writers, or inventors. Secluded research, sacrifice for science or religion. If afflicted, worried and unlucky, adulterous, very unhappy and unlucky, doubtful nature and uncordial relations with people. Rahu or key to 9th house, unfortunate voyages, curious dreams, trouble and danger of imprisonment in foreign lands. Worried, religious, hypocrite, intelligent, proud, courageous, wealthy, pilgrimage, unhappy for brothers. He suffers in respect of father. 10th house. Sun 10th house, honor through service, municipal or national activities, respected, famous and native of authority and power. Sorrow and afflictions. If afflicted, then reversals, cheat, and liar. Not good thinking. In last part of life may face grief from children. Moon 10th house, honorable children, renown in speculations and business, also in theatrical work. Pleasure or honorable through in-laws and own mother. Skilled, blessed with long life, gained through children. If afflicted, reverse results. Mars 10th house, wealthy and respected. Either magisterial power or army officers. Bold and valorous, gained by occupation, profession, merchandising, gut, and from wife's relations and parents. Honor, credit, and esteem through science, literature, and travel. Success in foreign affairs. Reverse effects if badly aspected and malefic. Mercury 10th house, learned, intelligent, good education, wealthy and gain through fruits of the earth. An honorable partner, beneficial to the professional career. If afflicted, troubles through rivals, public disgrace, scandals through union or enemy. Jupiter, blessed with long life, knowledge, or law, intelligent, good deeds, wealthy and respected. Also owns a property, builder of charitable places, generous and pilgrimage. Rise to high social and professional position. If afflicted, displeasures of officers, dishonor, and reverse of above. Venus 10th house, respected, charitable, fond of relationships with women, professional or honorable journeys and gain through writings or other accomplishments. The danger of violent death. Business through matters of a dead. Rise to high position through an inheritance. If afflicted, reverse results. Saturn 10th house, friendship with those in high position, in high social standing, persons in business and governed circles. If afflicted, liability to disgrace, discredit from superiors, gut, long journeys or retirement in seclusion. Sorrows through father and troubles through partners, parents. The middle part of life unhappy, non-religious, and unhappy. Rahu or key to 10th house, native achieves honor, credit and high position through merits, industry, and ability. Proud and fearless. Fond of struggle and strife. Does not have reliable friends. Economical, powerful enemies. Happiness from parents is impaired. He may have a few sons. Worried mind. In male charts, liaison with windows. 11th house. Sun 11th house, short life, harsh temperament, grief from wife and children. Sickness among friends and family. Hopes to be realized through acquaintances. Interest in legislature, political or social welfare. A reversal in the profession. Troubles and worries through enemies. Loss of property. Moon 11th house. Great attachment with wife and children. Friends through them. Realized hopes and wishes. Friends through speculation or pleasure among legislators, ambassadors, and sportsmen. Happy and good temperament. Fond of travels, comforts, and gain from children. Loss of money by grief from a wife. Mars 11th house. Gained by friends and accidental fortune. Wealthy, respected and famous, blessed with rank, power, and authority. Voyages, gain from foreigners. If afflicted, grief from wife, loss of wealth and sickness and troubles through above. Mercury 11th house, a good mathematician. Successful hopes, gain through friends. Many hopes and wishes attained in old age. Marriage to a widow or widower with children, but liable to troubles them. Friends become opponents or enemies. The gain of money through the industry. Average wealth. Jupiter 11th house. Honorable fortune gained from friends among legislator, officers in power or professional positions. Ambitious ideas. Helpful to associates. Much pleasure in life. Hopes and wishes often attained. If afflicted, detriment, friends hope often defeated. And reverse results of above. Venus 11th house, friends through journeys and gain from them. honors and renown through writings, death among friends, gain through legacies and friends, connection with many women. If afflicted then troubles, grief from brothers and children, unsuccessful hopes, fewer comforts from friends, etc. Saturn 11th house, many friends and beneficial friends, well-defined hopes and wishes. If afflicted unfortunate undertakings, unsettled profession, unhappy, non-religious, middle part of life unhappy, great disappointment and obstacles, deceitful friends and losses through them. Rahu 11th house, wealthy and long-lived, meritorious, friendship, assistance in the realization of hopes and wishes, intelligent, few sons, travel, famous, industrious, and courageous, avaricious, gain through others' advice, good health, deafness in old age. Key to 11th house, undesirable associations, loss of opportunities and failure of hopes, false friends, wealthy popular good authority, gain, and success, performs good deeds, commands respect, few sons and worries from them. He will become licentious. Disease of stomach and anus are indicated. 12th house, Sun 12th house imprisonment or private enemies, work of mysterious nature, interest in archaeology or submarine life, may suffer from bronchitis, unhappy in old age, may be an engineer, or connected with land measurements, many travels. Moon 12th house, diseased and worried, children will cause secret sorrows, speculations may cause ruin, pleasure through mysterious work of research nature, worried and troubled, loss of ancestral property, unlucky for the parents. Mars 12th house, early life troublesome, unhappy and worried. All learned money will be destroyed through loss. In the middle part of life seeks seclusion for a study of occult leanings etc. Long journeys, difficulties and sorrows through religion, science, or trips. Gain by affairs of secret nature. Mercury 12th house, afflicted health long journeys, loss through treachery, end of life in seclusion. Devoted to occult science, unhappy marriage, secret sorrows, jealous vexation, and sickness. Partner or opponents cause imprisonment or fear of it. The danger of death at the hands of enemies, if Venus afflicts. Jupiter 12th house secret unhappiness, generous charitable, respect in the profession in foreign lands, gain through occult affairs and secret missions, success in middle life. If afflicted unfortunate environments and conditions, loss of honor, an office of dignity through secret enemies, difficulty in employment, gain from occult science. Venus 12th house, great sorrows through brothers, secret sufferings, occult leanings, seclusion, strained relations with brothers, the danger of enmities and imprisonment while traveling, difficulty over inheritance, great sorrows. Saturn 12th house deceitful friends who may cause sufferings, sorrowful friends, real friendship among occults, pleasure in peaceful, quite harmonious and secluded place, occult abilities, powerless enemies, secret investigations, limitations, affliction, and adversities prove to be blessings in disguise, by developing growth and understanding. Worried, greed, spendthrift, non-religious, residence at other than the permanent place, quarrels with brothers and friends, unsuccessful hopes, attachment with women, many enemies and adulterous. Rahu 12th house gain by a secret method or in seclusion, success in occultism, afflicted health, weak eyesight, windy complaints, heart trouble and such like diseases. He becomes frustrated at the initial stage but satisfied at last. Courageous, unfavorable for pleasures of bed as Rahu is of separative nature. Key to 12th house, loss, and troubles through secret enemies. Liability of imprisonment and restrictions, bad health secretive sinful deeds, more expenditure, victorious in disputes, feet, navel, anus, eye diseases. He will be weak and voluptuous,